welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing something very simple, and it's going to be me changing my cabin filter in my 2019 Ford Raptor. So here I have a cabin filter that I just purchased from Advanced. You can get this at your local Advanced or AutoZone. I did hear about a K&N one that's washable that I'm going to look into after this, but right now I'm just going to replace it with this cheap Advanced one, and then when it's time to maintain it and change it, I'll upgrade it. So first things first, you're going to want to open, obviously, your glove box. Now, some cars, majority of cars I feel like are much easier, and all you have to do is pretty much pop these two tabs out and then just lower the entire glove box. But for the Ford Raptor, it has to be a little bit more complex. You're going to want to remove this rubber piece. And once you get that off, you'll pop this off, and I think there's two 7mm bolts. We'll take that off and we should be able to access the cabin air filter from there. Alright, so huge shout out to Ford for making a cabin air filter very difficult to change. I don't know why you have to remove so many compartments just to get to this. So next step, obviously what you're going to want to do is take these off. There's clips here, and then you should be able to switch out the cabin filter. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is pull on this side. There's a tab, and you're just going to pull it, and then on the other side you have the other tab. And you just pull it as well like that, and it should come off easily, and you can switch it out. Ooh, this is OEM. Alright, so I finally gained access to the cabin filter, and this thing is absolutely disgusting, as you guys can see, and it says Ford on here, so this thing has not been changed since 2019, and we are currently in 2022, so that's pretty gross. I'm breathing all of this. If you come closer, look at that. There's ants. There's tons of like gross stuff in here, and this is why I am changing it today to a new replacement. And again, they do sell ones where you can wash them. They're washable ones, which I'm looking into to purchase for the next change, so that way in the future I don't have to keep buying these. You can literally just rinse it out and change it. But yeah, man, this is disgusting. I am so glad that I am changing this today, because again, this is what I'm breathing pretty much when I turn the air on. What this does for your vehicle is pretty much what a house filter does for your home. It's a filtration system where the air comes from the outside, and that's probably why there's a lot of debris and bugs and stuff like that in here, and it filters everything out, and then when it comes into the cabin, you have that clean air. So don't be like this. That's gross. Change this out every season if you can, and get yourself one from either Advanced or you can order them online. So a lot of people are probably wondering too how often you should be changing these out. I would say every 3 to 4 months or every season. So you have spring, summer, fall, and winter. I would personally change it out for every season, but again, it just depends on how much you drive your vehicle, how much you use your vehicle, and things like that. If you start to smell a funny smell in the cabin, it's most likely because this needs to be changed. So that's personally what I recommend. Let's get rid of this, put the new one in, and we can put everything back together, and that should be it. As you guys can see, this is OEM from Ford. Absolutely disgusting. Then we have the newer one here. So I'm going to pop this back in. Very difficult to do with one hand. There we go. All good to go. So once you have the new one in, you can go ahead and put your cover back on and reinstall everything. So I thought at first I could do it without removing, or with removing the glove box, but I'm realizing now why you have to remove all of this because of the angle. Now you have to kind of pull this out. It's very hard to do. Once you put the glove box lower, you can't really grab this from an angle from down, because I tried doing it without having to do all these steps, and unfortunately you can't. So if you own a Ford Raptor and you're watching this video, welcome to the fun. Let's go ahead and finish this install. so easy to go go in, but so scary to come off. That was so simple in a way. If you've never done this before, it seems very complex, to be honest, but once you do it, it's really not that bad. It's just kind of annoying, like how you have to take all of this off just to get to the cabin air filter. Most vehicles, all you have to do is just, like I said, pop these two sides out and you can access it. But Ford Performance wanted to make it a little bit difficult, but that's all right. I got everything back on, and that's pretty much it. All right, so now that we have everything back on, I can go ahead and put back all of my stuff. Still have this, I haven't even opened it yet. And there we go. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. This was a short one, but I wanted to record doing this so I could potentially help someone else out who has a Raptor and is looking to do the same thing. This car has been such a pleasure to own, and I'm learning so much stuff on it. If you haven't checked out my oil change video, be sure to check it out. I'm gonna add it here and in the link in the description below. That's it for today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.